USF Juniors, 26 drivers strong in this growing program with such talented drivers. Scholarship up for grabs, of course, when we get to Portland. But time to go racing. McNeely on the inside, Taylor on the outside. 12 laps to cap off the weekend. Beautiful day here right now, 79 degrees trackside, high heat of the day. Waiting for the green flag. And it's out. Green, green, green. And a good start for McNeely. Gets enough of a jump right now, but move to the inside. Watch for a driver trying to get down the bottom of the racetrack. Tough place to be. The Inter-MS driver is going to try to go around the outside. Right there as well is Weldon. He may stop back to third. Indeed, good start there for Ariel Elkin as he works his way up into second. Weldon goes back into third. Fourth now, I believe, might be Tesaro. Move around the outside. Couple drivers trying to run that outside line. Elkin thinking about trying to find a way by. Look at this. Elkin locks the tire up, trying to go way around the outside of McNeely. Ariel Elkin pushing hard in the Inter-MS machine. Not quite there. He tucks back to the inside over to turn number 5. Elkin aggressive here early on cold tires. This is good stuff. McNeely leads. Elkin second. Weldon third. Good start to this one. Taylor might be fourth. But again, opening laps, if we can get through here, 8 and 9. Flat out for these drivers through 7, 8, and 9. Down to the hard braking zone. One driver dropping a wheel of the XF9, trying to leverage everything. McNeely's going to hold him off right now. Oh, no, McNeely has trouble. He's got to take the escape route through. Not sure what's going to happen here. He may need to give that spot up. An issue there for McNeely. Couldn't quite get through the corner and went across the track. I believe they're going to likely try to radio into McNeely to make sure he gives the spot up to the 25 of Ariel Elkin. Now, this is going to be key. Giving the spot up without losing another position, right? That's the key. In fact, he does that coming down the straightaway. Elkin's going to go around the outside. That is nicely done by Liam McNeely. Had to give it up as he took the shortcut coming through the end of turn number 10. Elkin now gets a lead as a result. Weldon goes into third. McNeely going to defend a little bit, covers off the bottom of turn number 3. Weldon's going to try to get a better run on the inside. Not quite there. He'll side-by-side it coming into that corner. Going to try to run the outside. A little late on the turn, and he tucks back in. Going to try to over-under McNeely coming out of the corner to get a better run down. And they may be side-by-side. Weldon, a nice job over-undering on him, and I think he's getting through. He does. They're side-by-side coming through the corner. And McNeely's got to secede it, and then he's also going to lose a position to Max Taylor, who gets by as well. Elkin dropping a wheel, coming out of 6. Oh, man. Shaking it up in a big way here. So we had a little action here in the first couple laps. McNeely goes off, then loses a spot, another spot. There's a 33 of Taylor gets by as well. He's got Bruno Ribeiro right behind him, and I believe that's Jack Jeffers there as well. Then the gap back to the next fight. Oh, side by side. Almost around goes, I want to say, Soto Sharipa. I said it was Ribeiro. It's actually Vinicius Tesaro, the driver up in 5th spot. Tesaro 5th, Jeffers 6th. Then Ribeiro, then Soto Sharipa. Then Cooley and Scorpioni. Ariel Elkin leading the way. McNeely going back by Taylor in turn number 1. So this is a good move here for Liam McNeely. Reset the mind. You were obviously leading. You're pressured hardcore into turn 10 the first time. You cut the course. You had to give it up. But then over-undered by Weldon. But you know you've got a hot rod here. So keep it up. Stay focused. And get back at it. Taylor going to work here on McNeely. This is going to bring Tesaro back into the fight here as well. Taylor currently on the outside on him. Here comes Tesaro and Jeffers. Little defensive move for McNeely coming out of the corner. Through turn number 6 now, over to 7. This time Tesaro dropping a wheel. Just a little bit of a puff we see when the drivers get a little too far to driver's left coming out of turn number 6. 2-driver battle in this one right now. Ariel Elkin scrapping it out here with Sebastian Weldon. Elkin looking for a big one here. Race number 1. Find race number 1. Ariel Elkin finished in 5th, race 1. Race 2, 3rd. Here we go. Drivers coming out. Elkin right there, but a good run to the inside. I thought that maybe we were going to see a drag race down the line, but Weldon tucked right back in. Now he'll go to driver's left. Thinking about down the inside now. Back and forth, inside out. Weldon going after Ariel Elkin. Does he have it coming into the corner? Oh, a little bit of a hip check coming through turn number 1. Weldon's going to grab the lead. Elkin might not like that. Might have been a little contact into the braking zone there. He's trying to cover off the bottom in turn number 3 to kind of stop the damage as Weldon's now gone back to the lead. McNeely fighting it out here with the 33 of Max Taylor. And Taylor gets by to 4th. McNeely goes back now to 4th spot. Taylor up to 3rd, rather. But Weldon pulling away a bit here after making that move in turn number 1. Potential block warning there for the 25 of Ariel Elkin. Here comes Max Taylor trying to make a move as they come down into turn number 10. He goes down the inside of Elkin. Indeed, he's through. Taylor's now gone into 2nd. Max Taylor to P2. Elkin's going to dive around the outside of him as well. McNeely looking to pick it up there. Look at Elkin trying the outside. Not quite enough. Ribeiro there. Jack Jeffers. Behind Jeffers, Bruno Ribeiro keeps digging. One driver into pit lane with an issue. It's like Hudson Potter already out of the race as well. Potter to the tail of the field, only 1 lap done. Look at Elkin going at it here right now with the 33. He is scrapping to try to find a way by Taylor. Again, we saw this before. This was like race 1. This was what allowed Weldon to get away the fight behind him, and Weldon now pulling away out front again. Look at the lead he's got already as they're fighting for 2nd. Elkin now watching out as Liam McNeely makes a move to the inside. Elkin getting hung out to dry on the outside a bit. Watch out for Tesaro, Vinicius Tesaro in the 15 for D-Force. So it's VRD back to 1-2 with Weldon and Taylor. McNeely up now into the 3rd spot. Elkin 4th, Tesaro 5th, Jeffers 6th, Ribeiro 7th, Soto Sharipa 8th, Cooley 9th, and the Scorpioni rounding out the top 10. Not quite to the halfway point of the 12-lapper here. They'll put 5 in the books when they come back around. Back into turn 10. You see the lead there for Weldon. Let's see if Taylor can put his head down. Ribeiro, does he get the job done? He does. Oh, no, that's actually Jeffers trying to find a way by. Now Soto Sharipa. Like thinking about looking up the inside on Jeffers, not quite there. I think that might have been Ribeiro by Jeffers for P6. So not the weekend I think that Jack Jeffers was hoping for here. Again, consistent results, but not at the pointy end where he would have expected to be. Jeffers 6th in the opening race, and then 5th in race number 2. Again, this is a long championship, first weekend for these drivers. But he's going to lose another spot as Soto Sharipa gets by as well to move Jeffers back to 8th. So Aiden and Grada, I think, in the pit lane and being told. Front wing damage for Ingrata after a couple of good finishes. Aiden did a good job in the opening 2 races. He's back out on the racetrack in the number 3. Ingrata was 9th in race number 1, drove it up into 6th for drove it up to 7th for race number 2. Now it's falling to the tail of the field. Actually, 3 of the Jay Howard cars having trouble. Ingrata, Argyros, and Potter. Potter out of the race already. Ingrata into pit lane and back out. I think Argyros may have retired the car. Weldon leading now by 1.5 seconds. A big lead for him As Taylor digging in now. The front gap, that battle we had up front, is kind of settled in a bit. You can see more of a gap between all the cars. Everybody kind of settling in with what they've got. Apparently we have a spinner, I think, over in turn number 7. Drivers backwards on the racetrack in 7. Not sure whether or not we're going to go full course on this or whether or not that driver can get righted and back at it here again. Race control, watching it closely. Looks like we're staying green. Weldon, Taylor, McNeely, Elkin, Tatsaro last time by, and that was the halfway point. 6 down, 6 to go. .7 seconds the lead now for Weldon. Last time by, he was about 2/10 quicker than Taylor. Taylor and McNeely both turning 139.9s. Elkin a 139.8. Tassaro 140.0. Ribeiro a little bit quicker. Both he and Soto Sharif a little bit quicker. The 7 of Ingrata repaired and rolling back out on track, so he'll get another couple of laps, but he lost a lap getting whatever repairs he needed to get done. I believe front wing. I potentially overheard a front wing end plate had snapped off, so brought him in for a new wing. Let's see what Taylor has for Weldon as they come up the front straightaway. Sebastian Weldon looking to grab his second win. Actually, Taylor quicker on that last time by. McNeely was a bit faster as well for Weldon. 1.6 now as Taylor's trying to reel him back in. 7 down, 5 to go. Not a lot of movement forward. Most of the drivers pretty much, right in kind of the group they're in. Weldon started third. He's in the lead. So he's up 2. Taylor's holding position. McNeely's down 2 in third. Elkin started 5th. He's running 4th. Tassaro started 4th. He's running 5th. Ribeiro started 8th. He's up to 6th, so a couple of spots. Soto Sharipa started 7th. He runs 7th. Jeffers was 6th. He's went back to 8th, so he's -2. Scorpione started 10th. He's 9th. So really everybody kind of where they are right now. The biggest mover, I think, Joao Vergara started 20th. He's up into 12th. +8 for Vergara after issues. So trying to recover from the damaged front wing he had in race number 2. So putting that behind him, working his way forward. But there's Max Taylor running in that second spot in the VRD number 33. Quicker by just over a 10th last time by 1.6. It'll be 4 laps remaining when they come around. There's Weldon and there's Taylor. Can Taylor reel him in here? If he does, we could have 3 different winners. Ariel Elkin led early there. McNeely, as we know, went off in turn 1. He had to give the lead over to Elkin. Elkin looked like he was going to be able to hold on for a bit there, but a big move by Weldon as they came down into 1, took that away from him. Moved him down to P4 eventually as McNeely got by as well. All these drivers beginning a long season, as we know. Barber Motorsports Park, of course, still coming up for these drivers. VIR, Mid-Ohio, Road America. Wrap it all up in Portland. #16 races on the lineup for the drivers here this year in USF Juniors. Scholarship up for grabs for them, worth over $263,000 to move up to USF 2000 in 2025. You expect a number of these drivers are going to advance to USF 2000 next year. It's going to be a very strong, an even stronger program in USF 2000 next year. I'd expect we'll get 24 to 26 cars. Drivers gone around. That might be either Vinicius Tesaro or Ribeiro. I think the 16, that was Ribeiro, I think, who went around, coming through turn 12. And we've seen that before. It's such a tough corner. You're trying to roll so much speed through there. He goes around, rolls back on. Ribeiro's going to drop down, I believe, outside potentially the top 10. No, 9th. He holds on to 9th. That moves Soto Sharipo up to 8th, Jeffers to 7th, and a Scorpione to 8th. There's Jack Jeffers there in the Corpe exclusive Autosport machine. And a lone runner. 7th for Jack Jeffers. Consistent finishes in the top 10, but nowhere near where Jeffers expected to be. He'll dial things up at Barber and, of course, down the line to the other events as well. He was very good last year at VIR. Quick at Road America. Another big dust up. You wonder whether or not a driver's gone off when you get that much dust, but all you got to do is drop the left side wheels and kicking up that dust through that area of the racetrack. 1.6 seconds still the lead for Weldon with only 3 laps to go. Another 1/10 of a second quicker for Taylor, maybe not even quite a 10th. He's just chipping away at it right now. McNeely still 3rd, Elkin, Tesaro 4th and 5th. DRD, Jay Howard, Inter MS, and D-Force. 4 different teams in the top 5. It has been a heck of a weekend here at NOLA Motorsports Park. And listen, we couldn't have asked for much better weather. 78 degrees right now. It's been in low 70s, I'll say high 60s. Well, almost some trouble there for Weldon coming through 1. But high 60s, high 70s has been that kind of window we've had throughout the days here. Thursday setup, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Beautiful weather, blue skies. A little over cloudy today, or overcast today, but we've had a breeze, not much humidity. I don't think we could have asked for much more in terms of weather here at NOLA. Amazing way to start the season for the drivers at USF Juniors. Second event on the traveling schedule for USF 2000, USF Pro 2000. .6 seconds still. Taylor another 1/10 of a second quicker. Maybe 6/700 quicker. Just not enough to close. 2 laps to go. Yeah, lap 10 the best for Taylor. There's Weldon climbing the curb on the inside of turn number 10 through 11. Back over to 12. Trying to get 2 wins in the debut weekend. 1 race 1. Liam McNeely came in 1 race 2. He'll take the point lead if he gets this one here. Heading to Barber Motorsports Park. White flag flying this time by. 1 lap remaining for Sebastian Weldon. Had a challenge early from both Liam McNeely and Ariel Elkin, but able to fight his way forward. Again, Joao Vergara starting back in 20th, driven his way up into 13th. So final circuit of the weekend, the Continental Tire Grand Prix of Louisiana capping off. Everyone using all of the racetrack coming out of turn number 4. We'll pick up Weldon through 6. Getting out front, banging out the laps, although Taylor put some laps in to close up. Weldon just laid down a 139.3, as did McNeely. Most other drivers right around the 140 flat times. The VRD drivers, our team has put together a solid car for these guys, as did Jay Howard for McNeely. Strong lap times. One more time through the final complex here for Weldon. Attacking that curbing on the inside. Gamebridge-sponsored VRD racing machine. It'll be 2 wins on the weekend if he gets through turn 13 cleanly. Again, here comes the crew from VRD Racing back to the fence. As he comes across the line, another victory for Sebastian Weldon in the opening weekend. He'll take the point lead to Barber Motorsports Park. Weldon victorious 2 times here at NOLA. Max Taylor for a VRD 1-2. Liam McNeely in 3rd spot. Ariel Elkin, another top 5 for Inter MS. Vinicius Tesaro leading the D-Force Racing crew for the P5. Augusto Soto Sharipa, another good run for him after not being able to run the initial race with technical issues. He finishes 6th ahead of Jack Jeffers. Jeffers the quickest of the exclusive Autosport team, finishing 7th. Scorpioni 8th, Ribeiro 9th, and Christian Cameron. What a great run for Cameron, the rookie driver for VRD, into the top 10. Nice drive for Christian Cameron. Started 12th, solid finish, ends up 10th. Exclusive Autosport, 11th, 12th, and 13th. Evan Cooley, Anthony Martella, and Joao Vergara, those 3 rookies, 11th, 12th, and 13th, respectively. Vergara, as we said, tacking from 20th, up 7 spots into 13th. Leandro Juncos ends up 14th. Michael Succo in 15th. Patricio Gonzalez, Alex Popov, Diego Guillo, Aiden Potter, Brady Golan, and Rodrigo Gonzalez rounding up the drivers able to complete all 12 laps. G3 Argyros and Aiden Ingrata into pit lane for repairs back out on the racetrack. Argyros in 22nd, Ingrata 23rd, Hudson Potter out on the opening circuit. Timothy Carell, a non-starter, as well as Ava Dobson. Not sure what happened to Ava. Did not set up here, so an issue for Ava Dobson. Did not start race number 3. But that caps it off here, folks. 9 races over 2 days here at this Continental Grand Prix of Louisiana. Very tight on top of the championship here in USF Juniors. Again, the opening weekend here, we saw a lot of drivers with really strong consistency. Sebastian Weldon, as we know, 1st, 2nd, 1st. Liam McNeely, impressive as well, 3 podium finishes. Max Taylor, where did Taylor finish? He was 6th in race number 2. Yeah, a lot of drivers who had super consistency as well. I talked about Jack Jeffers, 6th, 5th, and 7th, so that's not what he wanted, but he's still 3 consistent results that are going to keep him up there. Leonardo Scorpioni for Zanella Racing, I think, will be pretty decently happy at 8th in the opening race for a Scorpioni, 14th in race number 2. Not thrilled with that, obviously, but then he bounces back from 14th to 8th once again. So Zanella Racing's come out of the gate really strongly, so a strong run there. Some potential damage to the front wing there of Weldon. You can see there are damage or potentially just rubber. Bump draft attempt gone wrong. Weldon, Taylor, McNeely, we the drivers that worked their way to the podium now, waiting to see whether or not race control makes any changes here based on stuff that did happen on the racetrack. There's Popoff in the 13, Guillo in the number 12, Weldon in the 98. Weldon bringing it into victory lane. Taylor already there, McNeely already there for the 2nd time on the weekend. The Gamebridge machine, Group 1001, Trinity Global VRD Racing. Prep car. Jacob Loomis, team manager, coming in. Big congratulations. Driver coach Jacob Abel there as well. That team is pumped. There's Nikita Johnson. VRD winning in all 3 series here this weekend as well. He is pumped. Sebastian Weldon out with the victory. Max Taylor 2nd, McNeely 3rd. Folks, it's time to go to victory lane. We're going to have a quick break here, run a couple of commercials. Don't go anywhere. We'll get a chance to talk to Weldon, bring the top 3 drivers onto the podium, and cap off this weekend from NOLA Motorsports Park. Folks, for the last time, we are down here in Victory Lane at NOLA Motorsports Park to cap off this Continental Tire Grand Prix of Louisiana. Looking forward to our final podium. 9 all told here on the weekend. Some great racing today here on a Sunday. Let's get things underway and bring in the drivers here who did so well today in USF Juniors. A battle up front for sure. He was a winner in race 2, but he gets great points here for a 3rd place finish from Jay Howard Driver Development. Liam McNeely, folks, coming home P3 today. Great job. Brian Jennings, one of our crew from the IndyCar Ministry helping us out here with the award presentations. Great job for Liam. Serious racing out there, and I think we saw the level of competition we're going to have here throughout 2024. Finishing in the second spot, a great drive again for VRD Racing. Max Taylor coming home in second spot today. Brian, bring that trophy in here for Max Taylor. Busy weekend. Remember, Max ran 6 races here this weekend, double duty in Junior and USF 2000, so he's going to sleep well tonight, having run 4 races on track. A great drive for him as well. Once again, getting back on the podium. But the driver who started this weekend off with a race win gets 2 of them. He'll be the point leader when we head to Barber Motorsports Park at the end of the month. The winner today, folks, for VRD, Sebastian Weldon. Sebastian, you had to work a little harder for this one, at least at the start. You were able to jet away in race number 1. You fell back to 3rd, just probably settled in. But, man, there's a lot of competition. You had to fight your way back to the front.
Yeah, it was really good. The start, I didn't want to end my race early and go off, so I kind of stayed patient a little bit, and then I made my move on aerial, and I was able to get the lead.
We didn't talk to many people about the racetrack itself. How has it kind of evolved? Was it a little bit different here for the final race, warmer than it's been all day?
Yeah, definitely the tires getting over the slip angle a little bit at the end of the race, but overall, car felt really good.
So happy about the weekend, ready to go to Barber Motorsports Park?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Who do you want to thank today?
I want to thank Dan Mitchell, VRD, Jacob Loomis, Jacob Abel, my brother, my mom, and everyone at VRD.
Nicely.
And Gamebridge and Andretti Autosport and Group 101.
Lots of practice on that, don't worry. Hop up on top here, Sebastian. He will have lots of practice throughout 2024 and beyond, folks, to thank those sponsors and get used to it. Skip Barber champion last year, and of course the scholarship to come here to run USF Juniors this year. He'll leave NOLA Motorsports Park as the point leader. Excellent job heading to Barber Motorsports Park, as I said, at the end of the month, where we'll be Thursday and Friday joining the NTT IndyCar Series there at the event. Looking forward to that in a big way. Getting all the shots we need here. Always available on the USF Pro Championship media page. We'll get that car moved out of the way when the time comes. And our last spraying of the champagne to cap off, again, what's been a great weekend here at NOLA Motorsports Park. We'll bring the crew in. VRD, come on in and grab this hot rod, get it out of the way, and we'll let these guys spray some champagne to cap off the weekend. Great job by Dan Mitchell, Jacob Loomis, and the crew from VRD. Again, kudos to that team for winning in all 3 series here this weekend. Victories, as we know, in USF Juniors here with Weldon, but of course the wins coming as well in USF 2000 and USF Pro 2000 with Nico Christodoulou and Nikita Johnson. Champagne gets down. We'll let Sue bail out of there. Guys, let's cap off this weekend in style. Jump down, grab that champagne. Let's do some celebrations. Let's get at them. Look at McNeely getting out of the way. That suit's going to be clean. Well done for Liam. 3rd place finish for him today. VRD 1-2. Max Taylor in the 2nd spot. The winner again, folks. 2nd time on the weekend, Sebastian Weldon. And that will cap things off here from NOLA Motorsports Park. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Continental Tire Grand Prix of Louisiana. A lot of racing for you here on a beautiful weekend in early April 2024. We hope you enjoyed it on the USF Pro Championships YouTube channel or on the app, wherever you watched all the coverage. Thank you so much, folks. We do appreciate it. Again, fast forward, Barber Motorsports Park for the drivers in USF Juniors. Then the month of May for USF 2000 and USF Pro 2000, the Indy GP weekend. Then we go to IRP for the Freedoms. Lots of racing still to come in the early part of the season. On behalf of Anderson Promotions and Continental Tire, thanks for tuning in, folks. My name's Rob Howden. Bye for now.